Hey guys, it's Blaber and Sneaky here, and we're gonna be doing the Worlds Patch rundown.
Let's get it.
The first champion they changed was Aatrox. They buffed him a little bit after last patch when they nerfed him too hard, I think. So he wasn't getting much play. And then they did the same to AKAL. Just gave her a slight buff so that, I mean, maybe we'll see more play because I think they felt the nerf was too big.
Let's see. These Annie changes are, I guess, just following up on the same thing they did. They like changed her E to do less return damage, but they felt that move speed was too low, so I guess they gave it a quick buff. I don't know. I haven't really seen much Annie, so
I've seen some Annie support.
yeah, like I think it'll be good for her, the E change, but I don't know. The ASHE change is pretty big. She actually used to have the auto attack reset that they're giving her now, but they removed it just to, nerf her. But they're bringing it back and then also buffing her Q slow, which will feel really good. And it's actually a double buff because anytime you get the regular slow, like they buffed it to 20%. Whenever you W or crit, it's a doubled on that slow. So like level 1, your W slows for 10% more instead of only 5%, which is, maybe gets you a kill.
They also changed buff Blitzcrank by increasing the range of his Q, which is actually pretty important. I mean, when spells, like, they get their range increase, you don't really realize in game.
I don't really know what it means for him either, because, like, for Blitz, because it's not like he was meta, but they just keep buffing him. Like, they made his R remove shields, which seem, yeah, like, they seem pretty good, but it's just, like, he gets played, it's like, oh, he's kind of good, but Pyke's just better. Why would I play this stupid robot?
They buffed his R2 by giving him one more mark on his passive.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. I don't play Blitzcrank.
I literally tried reading it and I got more confused.
They also buffed Fiora to make her more of a split pusher.
Oh, this one's huge.
Yeah, better at split pushing. Her Q can now hit towers.
And wards.
Wards, yeah. Does it hit the invisible wards? I think Ziz was talking about that.
I don't know, it might have been a bug. I think it's a bug.
But the Q buff is pretty big because before, like, Fiora couldn't really proc her Sheen on the towers if she went Triforce, and she could only do it with the E. But now she can break towers way faster by pressing Q, and it'll get the 60% reduce, I believe, if it hits a target.
Yeah, these types of buffs are huge because there's been some that didn't work on turrets, like some spells that don't work on turrets, like Caitlyn Headshot used to not work, but then they give it to him and it's like, okay,
Bust the tower.
Yeah, you just smash turrets now compared to before where they kill turrets, but they don't insta-kill. But now Fiora's just gonna destroy them so easily.
Yeah. And then they nerfed Gragas a bit, which I do think is good. Gragas was a bit too strong, in my opinion. They didn't nerf the damage at all, but they nerfed his sustain in the jungle, pretty much. They increased the W cooldown and the amount of healing he gets back from, or that's not healing. That's just the damage. Oh, they didn't know the damage on the W. I guess they just made the clear a little bit slower for Gragas, but I think he'll still be fine.
It looks pretty small.
Yeah.
I don't think it does much. Oh, and then they changed Graves' base stats, giving him pretty much buffs everywhere, and 2 AD. They've been giving 2 AD out a lot. They gave it to Lucian, Kate.
AD feels nice.
Yeah, I like it. It's just interesting that they want to give these guys some numbers.
They buffed Hybridiger, I believe. They gave the turrets more AP ratio and increased the stun of the E, which, I mean, it's not that much of a buff, but it just seems like they're just giving him more AP ratios.
I think the stun is subtly good. Like, you're like, oh, more stun duration, that's cool, but
pretty hard to hit the middle part of Heimer E.
Yeah, but when you do hit it, it's just so much more impactful. Like,
yeah.
I feel like it should have been longer anyways.
Yeah.
Like 1.25 is really short, especially with all the tenacity in the game.
Yeah. I mean, when I went, every time I RE on Heimer, I still miss my E. I don't know how. It's too hard to hit.
That one's the easiest one to hit.
It's too hard. And then they nerfed Karma's Q AP ratio. I guess it was just doing too much damage.
Yeah, she hurts.
Yeah. And then they changed Mordekaiser. Again, oh, it looks like a buff.
Oh yeah, the buff is you can actually watch him on spectator instead of just being in the death realm the whole game. It was actually so annoying. So many scrims, like, Mordekaiser doesn't even ult, but then we just get put in the death realm.
And you can't see anything.
And you spend like 2 minutes trying to fix the bug, and it's just the worst. But now it's good. Thanks for
Slightly buffed his W. It was a quality of life buff.
Ooh, yeah, they buffed Orianna. Gave her R some damage.
Yeah. They buffed Syndra last patch. They like the Orianna Syndra meta, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know what they're thinking, honestly. It seems like a pretty big number buff.
I mean, 50 damage is a lot. Yeah. And the AP ratio.
They gave Lee Sin like 25 on his R last patch. I swear to God, Lee Sin's OP. Like, he just insta-kills you, so maybe Ori will be the same.
Maybe Lee was always OP. But with the buff, people are just playing him more, see?
Nah.
They changed Orange Masterwork, so he gets his upgrades at 12, and then I guess other people get their upgrades at 13. But, I mean, I think that feels really nice, because if one can get his 2 items at 12 now, like the 2 upgrades, he's just super tanky.
Yeah, that just means he starts buffing literally everyone earlier.
A level earlier too.
Makes it more impactful in the game.
It's an extra 1k gold for all his teammates.
Pantheon, they nerfed him a bit, reduces MR, and
his W actually does more damage later.
yeah, they changed it so it's scaling instead of just flat. So I think it's actually a nerf because Pantheon isn't as much of a late game champ. Yeah.
I mean, his early game was disgusting. On this patch, he just, I don't know, he seems to win every lane and move everywhere.
Yeah, it should be a hit to him. I don't think it'll actually affect his play rate though.
They buffed Rek'Sai a bit. Oh, they made it so her Q can hit towers now too, like Fiora. So she can take towers faster, but
that's huge.
I don't think that matters as much for Rek'Sai.
No, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's nice.
When you're taking plates, because Rek'Sai is an early game champ. No, legit.
Yeah, I mean,
like you'll actually take plates more often than you think, because this will actually just smash turrets now.
Yeah, now I'm just gonna take Demolish too, just for the extra tower taking. I can just go Aftershock with Demolish. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, 3 base armor? That's a jungle buff.
More base armor. Base armor is nice, because then you don't die to your camps as much.
Yeah, Blaber does that a lot. No. But it doesn't help you versus the Gromp, so I think you're still dead. They buffed Riven. Or actually, no, it's a change?
I think it's a buff.
Well, they made the Q cooldown longer, but the E cooldown lower. Pretty weird. I can't really make much sense of it because I'm not a Riven player. I mean, obviously, her damage window would be lower and her surviving window would be higher, but I think her overall mobility is probably going to be better because she's just going to live more often and it's actually so annoying.
I'm pretty sure it's a buff just because Riven, like, the hardest part about Riven is her laning. Like, she has a pretty weak lane, I'd say, compared to most champs. So being able to, I mean, just shield more is obviously better. And then I think the last time they buffed Riven E, she was like really insane, but they didn't nerf her Q. Looks like they nerfed Sejuani again. They nerfed it last patch, nerfed it again.
I mean, it's level scaling, so she just does less damage. Like 20% of the target's max health is insane.
To the camps later on?
Yeah. Well, even you know, champions, 20% of their max health, that's pretty high.
You would take Baron so fast with Sedge if you had a bunch of melees. They buffed Sion.
It looks like the boss is gonna have a great time. A little 20 damage.
It's pretty big. 20 base shield. I don't think you max W, so it's pretty nice.
They changed SYLAS. I think it's just nerfs.
Pretty sure it's just a nerf.
Yeah, it's hard to actually understand this passive change because it's like it does more damage single target to a minion,
but less to the 50% less to the other minions.
Yeah, so I don't know how bad his wave clear will be or how okay it'll be.
I think right now his wave clear is decent, even though they've nerfed it a couple times, but this might be pretty bad for him. Also, they nerfed the base armor of SYLAS, which is pretty bad for jungle SYLAS.
Yeah.
Just like not having armor feels really bad as a jungler, just because your camps do so much damage.
They changed TAHM KENCH so that
his healing on his E is scaling, I guess.
Yeah, let me process this. Okay, yeah, so early it's just worse.
Yeah.
I think it's purely, yeah, it's when you don't activate the E, the healing. Actually, that's pretty huge, yeah, because a lot of times you just get chunked out in lane and not actually get chunked out. It's like Pike, where you do a ton of damage to him, you're like, oh, he's low. And then you see him 5 seconds later, it's like, wait, he's full health?
But later on, you can heal more, see?
Yeah, later on, you literally heal everything.
I don't think this is a buff.
To what?
TAHM KENCH.
No, I said it's nerf.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not good for sure, because a lot of TAHM KENCH's power is the early game, because, you know, he's a support and he's really lane dominant. And then, like I said, his sustain is what keeps him around. Like, he's just a big fat toad.
They buffed TF a bit. I mean, I think it's a buff. They increased the attack speed and the damage on his E, but they literally got rid of the AP ratio. So I think they're trying to move towards more AD TF.
Yeah.
AP TF, it seems.
It's really weird. They completely removed the ratio in favor of small buffs. The attack speed is huge.
Maybe they think that APTF will be too strong if they do this buff.
I mean, you're not gonna max it ever now.
Just go Gnasher's Tooth with the AP ratio, but now you can't build Gnasher's Tooth.
But like 10% attack speed's actually so insane, just for nothing.
Yeah.
Like they gave that to Nocturne.
Yeah.
And Nocturne is just like, oh my god. Like Blaber played Nocturne on a previous patch before the buff. After playing it on live, and he's like, I can't clear my jungle, by the way.
It was hard. I was dying.
They buffed Vayne by 5. Actually, no,
it's 580 per level.
5 and then 10 and then 15, but I don't know. Vayne got kind of gutted a while ago with the Rage Blade changes, so I don't think this will really matter. I mean, they also took a shit on her ult, but the Rage Blade part is huge because it was like once you reach those 2 items, it didn't even matter what's been happening in the game. Like you can just shred anyone. So I don't think Vayne will come out for Worlds off this buff.
They buffed VEIGAR a bit, reducing cooldown of his E, her E.
Oh yeah, VEIGAR is definitely a girl.
I'm not clue. And then I don't think it matters too much because I do believe you max E last, and it's just the CDR level 1 is the same. So
maybe support VEIGAR.
Maybe support VEIGAR will max E first, but I don't think it's too big of a change.
I think it does.
You think so?
I don't know, but unless the stun duration doesn't go up.
I mean, they only reduce this cooldown. Stun duration. Niski will be happy. They buffed Zinjao a bit. Yeah, they buffed Zinjao a bit before Worlds. They increased the healing on your passive and the Q damage.
This is a Dennis buff.
Yeah. It's pretty nice to have more sustain on Xin. I mean, Xin doesn't really have sustain problems in the jungle, but it's always nice to get more. And then with the Q buffs, I think people are maxing Q right now anyways, but this might be super good for the Q buffs. 12 damage at level 5 per Q is a decent buff.
Yeah, it's a pretty good base amount, for sure. I'm liking it. And then YUUMI is hard nerfed, it looks like.
It's 80% to 20% is pretty insane.
Yeah, so a lot of YUUMI's strength is the fact that you get hit by a Q and your life's over. Like you're literally caught out. Like YUUMI's literally the best chaser in the game. Yeah, or I mean even without R, like you literally just die if you get hit by a Q mid game. But they changed it so the slow is only 20% at all ranks and it lasts less. Like it's only 1 second.
I do think YUUMI will see a lot less play with this nerf. I mean, I'm happy about it, but just like when YUUMI first got released, its stats were just so bad that it couldn't be played.
Yeah, they had to buff it.
Yeah, like 3 times.
And now they had to nerf it.
Now it's just too OP.
Get out of my game, you stupid cat. It looks like Zach is one of these here.
The Blobless restores more health now when you ult, I guess.
That's pretty good, actually.
I don't think it matters too much because my biggest problem with Zach is when Zach R's, like you can still get CC'd, so you're just useless.
Yeah, I actually can't understand why they did that.
It's so troll that you can be CC'd while you're Zach ulting. Like the champ just does nothing when he's ulting. The ult does no damage, and you can only CC them once, and then they can CC you forever.
Well, I mean they changed Zach's R again to this old one.
Yeah. Because
they wanted to give him more damage.
But
compared to the other one,
it doesn't do more damage.
Well, it's because you're CC.
Yeah, it does no damage.
Yeah, because you literally just kill people while you're R'ing on top of them and can't be stopped. Yeah, so overall, these notes don't look like it really mixes up the meta much. It just seems like they're kind of getting in their last adjustments for what they think will happen at Worlds, but not necessarily changing it. And I think that's the direction they've gone with for the past, I think it's just year, maybe 2. Before, they would always make a huge Worlds patch where they just changed the entire meta. Like, they reworked Mordekaiser and gave him a dragon, and it was just the most busted shit you've ever seen in Season 5. And then Season 6, they also did some crazy stuff, but they've kind of shied away from all that, and they kind of just try to keep the meta as close as to what it was during summer for teams. So, yeah, I think this kind of reinforces it. I mean, I think something... I mean, the few big ones to me that stand out are like the ASHE and Fiora changes, I think. And the rest of them kind of just seem like mediocre, maybe making them a little bit more viable. But nothing really too game-changing.
Yeah, to me, I mean, not just this patch, but like their patches leading up to Worlds, it seems that they want like junglers to be more brawlers, like fighters, like Xin, Elise and Elise, Rek'Sai, Kiana even, like these type of champs, and they've been like buffing top laners, tank tops, like a couple patches every patch now. Like the Mundo patch, they buffed like twice. Now they're buffing Ornn again. Sion's getting buffed, and then I guess they're buffing Fiora to counter the tanks. But it seems like they want to move towards more tank tops, which I don't know will happen. And then they're just balancing out the OP champs right now, like YUUMI, SYLAS, AKAL, Aatrox. They just don't want them played every game. Like I think last Worlds, Aatrox had like a 99% presence or something.
I mean, there's still gonna be champs that have
Yeah.
insane presence just because that's how the game works. Like there's gonna be OP champs, but yeah, they're just fixing up.
I don't think they want that again.
Not the Aatrox.
Yeah, not the Aatrox. Maybe another one.
So yeah, that was our patch rundown. Hope you enjoyed. Hope our meta predictions come right and we don't look like idiots. So yeah, see you guys at Worlds.